In this episode, let's explore how high is the sky? Welcome to Enigma Files. When we look up at the sky, it seems endless, doesn't it? But in fact, the sky does have a limit. Beyond the sky lies the universe, and there's a boundary between the two. Today, we're taking you on a journey to discover where the sky ends. Fasten your seatbelts. We're about to take off. Let's start at 1.7 meters. 1.7 meters is said to be the average height of men worldwide. For women, the average height is around 1.6 meters. Countries with taller average heights are found in Northern Europe. Take Latvia, the Netherlands, Lithuania, or Sweden, for example. In these countries, the average height of men exceeds 1.8 meters. In the Netherlands, even women have an average height of over 1.7 meters. What determines height? It's linked to the climate of a region. People have found that in colder regions, humans tend to grow taller, whereas in tropical areas, people are generally shorter and leaner. This phenomenon is called Bergmann's rule. Warm-blooded animals in colder regions tend to grow larger. For instance, a polar bear is more than twice the size of a Malayan sun bear. Why do cold environments lead to larger sizes? It's because animals in colder climates need to store more energy, so they grow bigger. The tallest human ever recorded was Robert Wadlow, born in 1922 in the United States. He reached a height of 8 feet 11 inches, but sadly passed away at just 22 years old. Let's ascend to 2.45 meters. 2.45 meters is the current world record for high jump. It was set in 1993 by Cuban athlete Javier Sotomayor. Now let's rise to 3.83 meters. This is the world record for the highest jump and reach. It's not held by a basketball player, but by a Cuban volleyball player, Lionel Marshall Jr., standing at 1.96 meters, about the same height as Michael Jordan. He can jump much higher than Jordan. Next, we reach 5.5 meters. This is the average height of the tallest animal in the world, the giraffe. Nothing on land is taller than a giraffe. Continuing upward to 6.16 meters. This is the world record for pole vaulting. It was set by French athlete Renaud Lavillenie in 2014. Interestingly, pole vaulting runs in Renaud's family. His brother is also an active pole vaulter who has cleared 6 meters. Clearing 6 meters in major competitions almost guarantees a championship. So, a height of 6.16 meters is truly remarkable. At 11.56 meters, we find the world record for shallow diving. Shallow diving involves jumping from great heights into a pool as shallow as 30 centimeters. This record was set by American Darren Taylor in 2014. Taylor is passionate about this sport. He broke his own record 12 times and, surprisingly, has never sustained any serious injuries, just 8 concussions. When asked if it hurt when he hit the pool, he replied, "Yes, it hurts, but only for a minute. The glory lasts a lifetime." He's not just a shallow diving world record holder. He might also hold the record for enduring pain, rising to 35 meters. This is the height of the tallest dinosaur fossil ever unearthed, the Argentinosaurus, a titanic herbivore from Argentina. At 58.8 meters, we find the world record for regular diving. Swiss diver Lasse Schaller set this record on August 4, 2015, when he leaped from a 58.8-meter waterfall into a pool below. When he hit the water, his speed reached 125 kilometers per hour. Of course, he took every precaution to ensure safety. Don't try this at home. Ascending to 115.85 meters, we reach the height of the world's tallest tree, a coast redwood named Hyperion. This tree is over 700 years old and located in the Redwood National Park in the United States. Hyperion is still growing, so this record may continue to be updated. For its protection, the exact location of the tree is kept secret. Even if you visit the park, you won't know which tree it is. The name Hyperion comes from the Titan god in Greek mythology. continuing to ascend to 454 meters. This is the height of the Exchange 106, Malaysia's tallest building. Before this, Malaysia's highest structure was the Petronas Towers. Ascending to 484 meters. This is the height of the International Commerce Center, ICC, the tallest building in Hong Kong. Continuing to 509.2 meters. This is the height of Taiwan's tallest skyscraper, Taipei 101. Ascending further to 632 meters. Here we reach the Shanghai Tower, China's tallest building. Going up 2 more meters to 634 meters. This is the height of Japan's Tokyo Skytree, the tallest tower in the country. Ascending 194 more meters to 828 meters. This is the height of the Burj Khalifa in Dubai, currently the world's tallest building. The Burj Khalifa was designed by an American firm, built by a Korean company, and constructed by Chinese teams. Dubai has plans to construct another record-breaking tower by 2025, named Dubai Creek Tower, which is projected to stand 2,000 meters tall, nearly 3 times the height of the Burj Khalifa. The design features 6 twisting structures merging into a single tower. Due to its enormous size, the building will require renewable energy sources such as solar, wind, and thermal energy to supplement Dubai's power grid. Interestingly, half of the structure will be located over water, incorporating a harbor at its base. On a related note, there was once a proposed tower designed to be even taller, the Tokyo Babel Tower, envisioned in 1992 by Ojima from Waseda University. This tower was to stand 10,000 meters high, 4 times the height of Dubai Creek Tower, and could house 30 million residents. However, the cost was estimated at 3,000 trillion yen, 37 times Japan's annual budget, making it an impossible dream. Back to reality, ascending to 957 meters. This is the height of Hong Kong's Tai Mo Shan, the tallest peak in the city, rising to 3,640 meters. This is the altitude of La Paz, the capital of Bolivia, the highest capital city in the world. Air density here is only about 60% of that at sea level, yet it is home to nearly 800,000 people. Climbing to 3,776 meters. This is the height of Mount Fuji, the tallest mountain in Japan. Going up to 3,952 meters. This marks the peak of Yushan Jade Mountain, Taiwan's highest mountain, ascending further to 4,095 meters. Here we reach Mount Kinabalu, the tallest mountain in Malaysia. Interestingly, the Qinghai-Tibet Railway, China's engineering marvel, has an average altitude of 4,000 meters, spanning over 2,000 kilometers from Xining in Qinghai Province to Lhasa in Tibet. This route includes Tangala Station, the world's highest train station, sitting at 5,068 meters above sea level. The Qinghai-Tibet Plateau, where this railway traverses, has an average elevation of 4,500 meters, considered the highest altitude at which humans can reside long-term, as oxygen levels are only half of those at sea level. Ascending to 8,848 meters. Here we arrive at the summit of Mount Everest, the tallest peak on Earth. Climbing Everest is a monumental challenge, but something as simple as a helium balloon can easily reach this altitude. When released, a helium balloon typically bursts at around 8,000 meters due to the low air pressure. Continuing to 10,000 meters. This is the cruising altitude of commercial airliners. Remarkably, in 1972, a person survived a free fall from this height without a parachute. On January 26, 1972, Vesna Vulovic, a flight attendant aboard Yugoslav Airlines Flight 367, was aboard a plane that exploded mid-flight due to a terrorist bomb. The plane disintegrated at an altitude of 10,000 meters. Of the 28 passengers on board, 27 perished, but Vesna was found alive, albeit unconscious. She was rushed to the hospital and remained in a coma for 27 days. Against all odds, she recovered with minimal long-term effects and even returned to work as a flight attendant. Experts attribute her survival to several factors. The plane crashed into a heavily forested, snow-covered mountain, which cushioned her fall. The specific position she fell from provided a unique buffer. Her miraculous survival drew widespread attention. Interestingly, Vesna had no memory of the incident, likely due to the trauma of the event. Without any recollection, she also avoided developing a fear of flying. She continued to work, but her later life was overshadowed by survivor's guilt, a condition experienced by those who survive tragic events where others do not. Similar cases have been documented, such as survivors of major air disasters in Japan. Continuing the ascent to 11,000 kilometers. This distance marks the troposphere, where air flows vertically. Clouds and rain we see are all formed below this 11,000 kilometer height. Clouds, which can weigh several tons or even hundreds of tons, still float. Why is that? A research team at the renowned University of Leeds in the UK studied this phenomenon. While clouds are indeed heavy, they float because of their low density, less dense than the surrounding air. Ascending to 11,300 meters. This is the highest altitude at which a bird has ever been recorded flying. The record was discovered when a plane at this height collided with a bird, a Rüppell's griffon vulture. This vulture is a very large bird. Why it was flying at such a height remains unknown, but this record confirms that it can reach such an altitude. Currently, it holds the record for the highest flying animal on Earth. Continuing to 50,000 meters. From 11,000 meters to 50,000 meters lies the stratosphere. As the name suggests, air flows horizontally here. The primary component of this layer is ozone, which absorbs harmful ultraviolet rays. Without this layer, ultraviolet radiation would reach Earth directly, potentially wiping out most life. On October 24, 2014, Alan Eustace, a 57-year-old Google executive, successfully skydived from a height of 41,419 meters. This jump set 2 world records: the highest altitude skydive and the fastest descent speed. During his fall, he reached a speed of 1,322 kilometers per hour, which is faster than the speed of sound. This rapid descent theoretically means, according to Einstein's theory of relativity, that he arrived slightly into Earth's future upon landing. Rising to 80,000 meters. The layer between 50,000 meters and 80,000 meters is called the mesosphere. This layer is extremely thin with very little air. Conventional airplanes cannot reach this height, and spacecraft and satellites orbit well above it. Because of this, the mesosphere remains one of the least understood layers of Earth's atmosphere, at 100,000 meters. According to the International Aviation Federation, everything above 100,000 meters is considered outer space, while everything below it is still part of the atmosphere. This layer is called the Kármán Line, named after the Hungarian-American physicist Theodor von Kármán. This line marks the boundary between the sky and space. When we see images of Earth from space, there's a thin glowing blue layer surrounding the planet. This is the atmospheric layer, roughly 100 kilometers thick. Meteors generally burn up in this layer at altitudes between 80,000 and 100,000 meters. Most meteors are about the size of a green pea. As they enter the atmosphere and rub against air molecules, they ignite, creating the bright streaks we see from the ground. In addition to meteors, the auroras also occur above 100,000 meters. The color of auroras varies depending on altitude. Around 100,000 meters, auroras are purple and pink. Between 100,000 and 200,000 meters, they appear green or blue. From 200,000 to 500,000 meters, the auroras glow red. At 408 kilometers, within the red aurora region lies the International Space Station, ISS, which orbits Earth at a speed of 7.7 kilometers per second, faster than a bullet. The ISS completes one orbit around the Earth approximately every 90 minutes. Ascending to 800 kilometers, the layer from 80,000 to 800,000 meters is called the thermosphere, where temperatures are extremely high. Why is it so hot? Being the outermost layer of Earth's atmosphere, it absorbs direct solar radiation. Air molecules in the thermosphere absorb shortwave radiation from the sun, becoming ionized and generating high temperatures. Temperatures in the thermosphere can reach up to 2,500 degrees Celsius. However, humans would not feel hot here. Instead, it would feel extremely cold, around minus 100 degrees Celsius. Even thermometers would show a temperature close to minus 100 degrees Celsius. This is because the air is so sparse, with molecules spaced far apart, almost like a vacuum. The heat is concentrated in individual molecules, but the vast space in between results in an overall sensation of cold. This is also why space is so cold. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like and subscribe.